From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. A hero emerges from Nowhere Road, plus drama at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. In a tragic incident in Athens, a newborn child has lost its life at a local hospital 2 days after the mother was injured in a two-vehicle collision. The crash occurred Thursday evening involving a 1996 Ford Ranger and an Amazon delivery van on Danielsville Road near Mission Drive. Pregnant passenger 41-year-old Helen Edwards was rushed to the hospital where her child was delivered and placed into intensive care. But sadly, the infant passed away, leading authorities to investigate the case as vehicular homicide. The Amazon truck driver, 24-year-old Munjay Watley, and Rangers driver, 46-year-old Jerry Miller, sustained minor injuries. This marks the first traffic fatality in Athens-Clark County this year. Athens-Clark County Police urge anyone with information to contact Senior Police Officer Tilley at dustin.tilley@accgov.com or by calling 762-400-7355. This from Classic City News. In local business news, after more than a decade of serving up delicious soups and sandwiches, the Jason's Deli at 140 Alps Road is bidding farewell. The reliable soup and sandwich spot, in operation since 2008, is set to close its doors permanently. While the closing date is yet to be announced, the eatery continues to operate until further notice. The space will be transformed into a First Watch full-service restaurant featuring new outdoor patio seating. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. We know now who will be performing at the Super Bowl next month. The pregame kicks off with Reba McEntire singing the national anthem, followed by Post Malone with America the Beautiful, and Andre Day performing Lift Every Voice and Sing. Usher headlines the Apple Music halftime show celebrating the 30th anniversary of his debut album, and rumored surprise guests who will join Usher include LeBron James, J Balvin, and K-pop singer Jungkook. The Super Bowl takes place on February 11th. This from 11 Alive.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Athens-Clark County Facebook page, in a harrowing incident on Nowhere Road, a quick-thinking couple became heroes as they witnessed a house engulfed in flames. Stephen Ford and Gabby Stanley, on their way home, saw thick black smoke billowing from a nearby house. Without hesitation, Ford sprang into action. Stanley called 911 as Ford discovered people trapped inside. Breaking down the locked door, he rescued a young boy and later reached into the darkness to save a woman. Now, despite their efforts and those of another passerby, the blaze proved too intense to rescue the elderly father still inside. The female resident and her son, transported to Piedmont Athens Regional Medical Center, are in stable condition. The cause is under investigation. Poker Pete responded, "One of my favorite scenic spots along Nowhere Road. I often pondered the history of that beautiful old house and the barn across the street. Condolences to the family for their loss." Izzy Mendelbaum said, "Oh my goodness, hero indeed. Tragedy and joy in the same paragraph. God bless this family." And Auntie Lib said, "Providential." Oglethorpe House Dorm at UGA has been facing an unexpected challenge: bats. A colony of bats has taken residence in various parts of the dorm, causing concern among students. Now, posters warning about rabies, citing World Health Organization advice, were found in the dorm, though the university denies responsibility. Despite calls to UGA PD, little action was taken. However, an email to O House residents assured that university housing was addressing the issue, marking off a stairwell with caution tape until the bats were removed. UGA Marketing and Communication clarified there's no concern of rabies exposure for residents. A pest control company was dispatched to handle the situation, identifying the entry point and implementing temporary measures to allow bats to exit. This from the Red and Black. From Dog Nation and the Red and Black, Mike White is still working on making Georgia's men's team an NCAA tourney team, but the one thing he has accomplished is ending South Carolina's run on the Bulldogs. Georgia scored a 74-69 win over the Gamecocks in Columbia last week. They take on Kentucky tonight. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. The women's basketball team lost to Missouri Thursday night, 69-57. They take on Ole Miss tomorrow. Tip-off is at 1. And Georgia Gymnastics opened their 2024 season with a win over NC State. And talk about drama. A chaotic scene at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport last weekend, where a young woman was fired from her job at a coffee shop near Gate D9 after a heated argument over espresso shots, and it turned violent. According to police reports, at least 2 managers had to intervene, preventing the woman from attacking a coworker. The incident escalated as she grabbed a chair, attempting to throw it before being stopped by a manager. The entire ordeal was captured on video and has since gone viral, amassing over 1.5 million views. In the video, the employee is seen grappling with coworkers, slapping one, and even vaulting over the service counter. She left before the police arrived, and the employees confirmed that she had been fired. As of now, it remains unclear if any charges will be filed in connection with the incident. This from Atlanta News First.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregates content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.